You're listening to the Lift You Up podcast, a podcast dedicated to bringing HIT to your headphones. That is, happy, inspirational, informational tidbits. Lace up your sneakers and open your hearts, small mates. Let's get lifted.
Hello, this is the final episode of Season 1. I'd like to thank everyone who has tuned into this podcast so far. My internship has begun, and I just want to give this podcast the time and attention that it deserves, and that you deserve as well. We're going to segue, this is a bad segue, we're going to segue over into this competition that I saw on my Instagram feed. For the first time in over a decade, cafe and restaurant waiters gathered in Paris to partake in a race through the city streets. About 200 men and women swerved, jostled, and jogged 1.2 miles, carrying trays that had a croissant, glass of water, and a small coffee cup. No running was allowed, and the goal was to have minimal spillage. I'll link and tag the post in the bio so you can check it out, because it's quite comical to watch how serious and intense that they're taking this.
Gym buddies are people's number one support system during their fitness journey. Here are real-life gym buddies who have gone above and beyond to help someone in their lives.
Regina Carter from Liberty High School in Bedford, Virginia, has made it her career and mission to help students find jobs. She reminds me of my college professor, Professor Kennedy, who teaches a course dedicated to getting business students career ready. Her lectures were full of passion, and her dedication to helping students was evident. I owe it to Professor Kennedy and her awesome TAs for helping me land my current internship. Regina reminds me of Professor Kennedy, and I'm so grateful for both of their contributions. For the last 22 years, Regina has helped students recommended by special ed prepare for the workforce and get a job. She goes above and beyond by teaching students life skills, good hygiene practices, punctuality, all with hope of landing permanent employment after education. Part of her job is to shadow her students at their jobs once she has placed them. She finds it rewarding and fulfilling to see her students thriving. Thank you, Professor Kennedy and Regina, for changing students' lives.
Join me as I honor those who dream big and achieve bigger. This is PR, where records are made to be broken.
Let me introduce you to a flipping awesome woman named Joanna Quas. She was certified by Guinness World Records as the world's oldest active competitive gymnast. This 98-year-old went viral after a video from her floor and parallel bars routines was posted by user Liev Daffy in 2012. The video gained over 1.1 million views each. Simone Biles herself said that Joanna's parallel bars routine left her speechless. I was introduced to this woman who has raised the bar through a post on Instagram from the account @Simland that highlighted her. Her competitive gymnastics career began when she was 10. While she spent most of her life as a gymnastics coach and handball player, she returned to her sport at 56 years old. In 2015, she received the Nadia Comaneci Sportsmanship Award from the International Gymnastics Hall of Fame before retiring due to a torn bicep tendon in 2018. Joanna imparted her wisdom: if you are fit, it is easier to master life. I am in awe of you, Joanna.
I'm ready to spot you through the hottest trends and people hitting the scene. This is Gym Crush.
Now that I'm living on my own and cooking my own food, not relying on a dining hall, this week's Gym Crush is meal prepping. What's so great is that it takes less than 2 minutes to prepare the meal once, because you meal prepped it already. You just gotta heat it up in the microwave. If you just set aside 1.5 to 2 hours every week to whip up your upcoming meals, it is super helpful because it just takes one thing off your plate, one less thing to worry about. You already have it ready to go because, for instance, if you stay late for work and you know that if you cook a meal, it takes 40 minutes, then you're just be more likely to order takeout, which meal prepping in the long run saves you money. Not only for that, but for grocery shopping, because if you meal plan what you're going to meal prep, you're only going to buy what you need. You're not going to buy extra at the grocery store because you have a set list. One of the meals is Navratan korma. I made it yesterday night, and it's a curry with potato, chickpeas, carrots, and some other stuff, and it smelled absolutely delicious. And all my roommates were like, "Oh my God, Emily, it smells so good." So maybe I should link the recipe in this. That'd be a good idea if I'd link the recipe. If you want to cook it for yourself, highly recommend. I love a good curry. I also made chana masala for last week's work lunches, and that was to die for. Absolutely exquisite.
Welcome to On Rotation, where I'm helping you program the ultimate soundtrack to elevate your workout.
If you were once a fan of the iconic 2010s boy band 5 Seconds of Summer, you may have heard Luke Hemmings' newly released single, Close My Eyes. This song made me feel nostalgic, but it also pumped a sense of hopefulness through my veins. And not just because Luke Hemmings made it out of 2014, evocative of the 1975 style of instrumentals, this fast-paced and well-layered tune should be added to your summer playlist. Western student Diviana Sumer, who grew up listening to 5 Seconds of Summer, said she related to the song's emotional message of not feeling ready to move on, relating that to her time in college. His solo stuff is something so intricate and real, Sumer said, and I agree.
Words are hard sometimes, so let me make them harder by teaching you a really niche word to keep in your back pocket. Brain gains.
My go-to show recently has been Emily in Paris, and I'm so excited for season 4 to come out. I find it surprising how much people have been making fun of the show online. I think it's a great, lighthearted show. The show is also educational. My brain has been soaking up French culture and the language one episode at a time. And in episode 6 of season 1, I learned a fun new word, flaneur. It means a person who lounges or strolls around in a seemingly aimless way, an idler or loafer. Really make sure to botch the second syllable to sound French when you say this word. Flaneur. Hope you are flaneur this weekend. Go on and lounge. I will be lounging at Central Park later today, having a little picnic, and then going to the Museum of Natural History.
Prepare to pull up to events and get in on the fun.
Calling all my James Bond fanatics out there, you can be the next 007 when you visit Spyscapes, an immersive experience where you can explore hidden worlds, break codes, run surveillance, and spot liars. This is a popular spot for team building, group outings, family fun, and date nights. Depending on what pass you buy, you can visit Spy HQ, engage in spy games by completing challenges, and get your personal profile developed with MI6 experts. This unique experience is located in New York City in Manhattan. If you're up for the challenge and think you're ready to be a spy, go book your visit to New York City's #1 rated museum and experience today.
Elevate is where I use my platform to shine my running headlamp on companies and nonprofits that are doing good.
Drive-thru coffee chain Dutch Bros hosted their annual Drink One for Dane fundraiser this past May. For every drink sold that day, the Dutch Bros Foundation made a donation to Muscular Dystrophy Association. The Muscular Dystrophy Association aims to help find a cure for ALS and is the leading nonprofit in ALS research, care, advocacy, and education. They chose MDA because Dutch Bros was founded by brothers Dane and Travis Boersma in 1992. Dane sadly passed away in 2009 from ALS. This fundraiser raised $2.5 million for the nonprofit, and this speaks to the company's dedication to the mission and their customers' generosity.
Grab your forks, chalk up those napkins, and get ready to feast like a champion. This is Pushing Plates, where every dish is a rep and every bite is a victory lap.
Let me put you on to Carrot Express. Chew, chew. Now, the name may sound like a restaurant for rabbits, but hear me out. Bootables have been my recent obsession, and Carrot Express has helped New York City feel like home. I ate at Carrot Express when I visited the city with my parents prior to moving in to check out my apartment and practice my walk to work. There was something for everyone. Sandwiches and paninis for those of you who like to get down and dirty, all-day breakfast and acai bowls for my brunch fiends, power bowls, platters, and soups for my savorers. Boy, oh boy, was I eating good. The food was ready in a jiffy, and it was seasoned nicely. My parents and I both loved our meals. We all had trouble deciding what to get because the menu was extensive and appetizing. I got the miso tofu Buddha bowl with quinoa, cabbage, edamame, corn, eggplant, and Brussels sprouts. Next time I go, I'm going to get the miso salmon bowl that has broccoli, cilantro brown rice, roasted butternut squash, and avocado. I did a dive into Carrot Express's history, and Carrot Express was born on the inside of a gas station on Alton Road in South Beach 30 years ago. This makes me think of Wawa, which is like a tourist destination now, but it's a gas station. And now Carrot Express is the healthy restaurant chain that we know it as today. As the website says, we pride ourselves on offering a creative and extensive menu based around natural, high-quality ingredients combined with a fun, comfortable, and relaxed environment. And I can confirm. And I have never been to Wawa, so I cannot compare the two, but I definitely say it is this is underhyped, if anything, so give Carrot Express a try.
Thank you for listening to the Lift You Up podcast. Hope this episode gave you a runner's high to power you through the rest of your day. Peace out, soulmates.